streamers are watching you stream.
Nobody is watching you stream.
So depressing.
I didn't turn off down the thing yet. Buh.
I swear I'm between numbers. Dude, I want to see you saw it. It's the one I have on there, too.
Bam.
Bam. I did it first.
No. Emerald did. At this point, y'all are too young to even know who Emerald Lagasse is. But
Emerald City.
Emerald, not Emerald. Emerald was one of the OG like kind of Food Network television cook people. He was on like not cable, and he when they would film the cooking show, it was for a live audience, and he would film episodes back to back to back to back. And so they started having a problem with the cameramen falling asleep while they were doing the show. And so he started to, like, whenever he would put something spicy or whatever in the food, he started being like, BAM! And so that caught on as like his catchphrase, but it started to keep the cameraman awake. Anyway, stop it. Did we do 2 lessons, 3 lessons, 3 lessons? Cheers. Okay, so 8-1 then is where we start. And we did 2 through 18 evens. 2 is yes, and it's a trinomial. 4 is no, because a monomial cannot have a variable in the denominator. Number 6 is no, because the same reason, because that negative exponent shoves that q to the denominator, right? 8 is negative 4d to the 4th minus d squared plus 1, and negative 4 is the leading coefficient. Number 10, 4a cubed minus 5a squared plus 2a minus 1, and 4 is the leading coefficient. Number 12, sorry for eating right now. My class ran long and Rochelle got stuck talking to people, so had to make things up, and now I'm eating. So I apologize, but it's going to keep happening. Number 12 is g cubed minus 3g squared plus 3g plus 6. 14 is negative 13y squared plus 11y. 16 is negative 2d squared plus 6d minus 20. 18 is 9n squared minus 5n. Are there any questions on that lesson before we move on to the next lesson? 16, 12. What were you saying, Corbin?
I was saying on 16 and 14, I got the correct numbers, I just didn't put them in.
You need to write the answers in descending order. But okay, so 16. Negative 3d squared minus 8 plus 2d. Oh, did you figure out your mistake?
Yeah.
Okay, you wanted 12?
Yes. Yeah, when they were both in negative and positive, can you combine those?
Yes, you can. Yeah, it's the exponent that makes it a like term or not. Right. Okay, so 12. G cubed minus 2g squared plus 5g. America's most reliable 5G network. Plus 6 minus the quantity g squared plus 2g. Okay, so Gavin, what should we do first? We should distribute that negative. That is true. That is absolutely true. If it was a plus, Gemma, what would we do?
Sorry, what?
If that negative was instead a plus, what would we have done instead?
Dropped it because they're already both positive.
True enough. And then these signs flip. All right, Gavin. I keep asking you because you're the one that asked about this. So we're going to identify things. What should we do now? True. Corbin, where are they?
Trying to get to that place. 5G and 2G.
That one and that one. Where else, Ridley? Well, speaking of Ridley, I think I have something with your name on it. Hold on.
The 2G to the 2s and the G to the 2.
I do have something with your name. Yeah, the negative 2g squared and the negative g squared. Yes, sir. Correct. What happens to the g cubed, Gavin?
They drop.
It comes down. All right. So, what is, Gavin, negative 2g squared minus g squared? This may have been where the mistake was. Let's see.
No, I figured I didn't combine the 2g squared and then the negative 2g squared.
So what would it be? What would negative 2g squared minus g squared be? It's okay to say it if it's wrong. It's all right. Like this one and this one.
Times?
It's not times, right? So we're just adding the coefficient. So negative 2, and there's nothing there. What's there?
Negative?
Negative what? Negative what number?
G squared.
What number is right there?
1, sorry.
It is a 1. So negative 2 plus negative 1 plus is what?
Sorry, I'm
You're doing great. I'm quite proud. You're doing wonderful.
2g squared.
Negative 2 minus 1 is what we need to know, right?
Yeah.
Say it wrong, it's fine. Negative 3, because we do add and keep the sign. So it'd be negative 3. Now what happens, Josiah, to the g squareds when we combine them? Does it stay g squared? Does it turn into g to the 4th or what? Stays the same. So when we're combining like terms, the exponents don't change. So minus 3g squared. Right? Okay, so Gavin, what is 5g plus 2g?
7g.
7g. So plus 7g plus 6. Blamio. Let's do the next one. If we need to come back with other questions on this one, that's not necessarily a problem. But let's look at the next one.
Yeah, I figured out what I did wrong. I just didn't combine that.
Yeah, the squared ones. Great. All right. The next lesson. 8-2. We did, there's no way we did 12 through 16. How about 2 through 16? That makes much more sense.
Look.
Did you have a scribble?
See, that's a 1.
Well, that's a you problem. Okay, so number 2 is 18g to the 5th plus 24g to the 4th plus 60g cubed minus 6g squared. Number 4, negative 6, p to the 6th, r to the 7th, 7th? Yes. Plus 18p to the 10th, r to the 6th, plus 15p to the 4th, r cubed. 6 is somewhere. Where is 6? You'd think, but no. Oh, it is right there. I'm just blind. 5c cubed d to the 10th minus 3 c to the 5th d to the 5th minus 4c squared d to the 6th. 8 is 3x cubed plus 18x minus 6. 10 is negative 40, w to the fourth x, plus 55, w cubed, x squared, plus 54, w, x to the fifth, minus 24, wx, minus 18x cubed. 12 is 2, and 14 is 3, 16 is 7, and what questions do you have?
12, 14, 16.
All right, pick one. 12, great, let's do it.
Yeah, because they got negative 20%.
Okay.
Then after that, can we use 16?
All right. So, what should we do first, Ridley? Sounds like a great idea. I love it. I'm going to spill my salad on the ground if I keep doing that. That would be sad and depressing. You know, normally I don't like fruit on my salad, but that really kind of works. I'm surprised. What? There's no apples. It's a good guess. No, there's some mangoes and some raisins.
What's that?
Raisins, I wouldn't consider it.
Raisins are fruit. They're dried.
Raisins
They're
are more of a dessert.
definitely not a dessert. Raisins are a dried fruit. What is negative 6 times 11, Corbin? What is negative 6 times negative 2c, Gavin?
Wait, oh, that's a C.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Is it positive or negative? We'll start with that.
positive.
Positive, great. And then perfect. All right. Gemma, what's 7 times negative 2?
Negative 14.
Negative 14. Josiah, what's negative 7 times negative 2c? Well, it is negative 14c. What I said was wrong. What you said was wrong, but the answer is negative 14c. All right, now what do we do, Ridley?
Add 14 to 66.
Yeah. Great, let's do it. Did you? Was it a sign mistake?
I put, instead of 12C, I put just 12.
Oh, you made the C poof away. All right, so let's keep going. So negative 52 plus 12c equals negative 14c. What do we do now, Josiah? Okay, so they're on opposite sides of the equals, so what do we have to do? What? Add 14c, sure, why not? Plus 14c. So on the left side, we have negative 52 plus 26c. What do we have on the right? Corbin? He answered, and I was going to call on him. Look at his mind having future predictions. That's crazy. Add 52. 26. C equals 52. Divide by 26. And end up with C equals 2. So don't forget to bring the keep the C's where they belong, right? That's the moral of the story there. Okay, do you know where you made a mistake? Yes? You got like negative 2c or something?
Oh, I did. I did.
That was rude.
Number 16.
Sure. After I grab a napkin,
I don't even know how I got this.
so I don't shove mango on my foot.
I magically combined all of them.
Really? That's really well. 16. What? You're on candid camera. I'm online. Yes, I am online. Are you? Bruh.
I mean, I guess what you could have done.
You should comment. I was there.
You could have added that.
All right, 16.
I didn't have 0 on one side.
Did you figure out what you did?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm sort of helping him. Well, not really.
Bruh.
Someone's done staring at you.
16. A times A plus 3 plus A times A minus 6 plus 35 equals A times A minus 5. Excuse me. Plus A. This problem is stupid. This problem is a silly problem.
Or why are there so much?
It's 7.
It was actually decently easy.
Yeah, it actually is pretty easy, but it is silly. Okay, so what should we do? Divide everything by A? No, just kidding. I don't want to do that to you. That would honestly be easier, but that's fine. But y'all would be like, oh no, because now I have 35 over A. I'm so confused. So let's not do that. Okay, so distribute. That's what y'all said?
Yes.
Okay, great. We end up with a bunch of A squareds that are going to disappear in a second. So, A squared plus 3A plus A squared minus 6A plus 35 equals A squared minus 5A plus A squared plus 7. If we subtract A squared from both sides and subtract A squared from both sides, then all the A squareds go away.
Exact same thing.
You could also end up with 2A squared on one side and 2A squared on the other side and subtract 2A squared from both sides, and then they'll all go away, right? So,
The first one.
well, what is A times A? Quit looking, yeah. A minus 6A plus 35 equals negative 5A plus 7. Now what? You did it way easier? How did you do it way easier?
When I got the.
Okay.
I did, and then I just combined a bunch of like terms and divided by 7 and 35.
What should we do now, kids?
Now we should combine that.
Yeah, which like terms?
Negative 5A and 3A.
The negative 5A is on the other side. We can't deal with him yet.
Oh, and 3A and 6A.
Yeah. What's 3A minus 6A?
3A.
Negative 3A. Now what?
Now we combine like terms for negative 5A.
That's not combining like terms. What are we actually doing?
Well, wait, no.
What are we doing with the negative 5A? Adding 5A to both sides, yeah? Sometimes. So we've got 2A plus 35 equals 7. Now what? Sounds great. Minus 35, minus 35. We've got 2A equals negative 28. Divide 2 on both sides. And we've got A equals negative 14.
You said the answer was 7.
Yep, that's what it says the answer is. So that means that there was a mistake somewhere. Let's see if we can find it.
I did figure out where I messed up.
You figure out where you messed up. Well, that's good. See if we can figure out where I messed up. A squared plus 3a plus a squared minus 6a plus 35. A squared minus 5a plus a squared plus 7a. There it is. That should have an a, which means that this is 2a, which when we subtract, we end up with a. Nope, we don't end up with a, we end up with negative 5a. This one isn't actually 7, this one's 0 because we didn't do anything with it. And we subtract that, we end up with negative 35. Divided by negative 5, which is 7.
No, I flipped it. I put 7 divided by, except 45 also is a negative.
You what?
I didn't put any 2's, like, squared.
Oh, we use squareds.
So I just did 2a.
Mm.
All those-
Yeah, a times a is a squared.
Yeah, instead of just doing negative a2 for all the negative, I did negative a2 for every single one. That's it.
Do you understand what you're supposed to do? Remember, that's the point, right? Yes? Good. Page 483, what did we do?
2 and 10 and 24.
2 through 16, 24.
2 and 10. 2 through 10.
Oh,
2 through 10, and then we also did a word problem. Great.
extra word again.
Well, that's okay. You got more practice.
Bro, it was 2 through 16.
Bruh.
Oh,
Bruh.
No evidence.
You guys didn't write it right.
Number 2 is y squared plus 2y minus 8. Number 4 is 4n squared plus 39n plus 27. Number 6 is 10a squared plus 33a minus 54. 8 is 6a cubed minus 19a squared minus 44a plus 36. 10 is 5x to the 4th minus 17x cubed plus 9x squared plus 31x minus 20. And 24 is 4x squared plus 28x plus 48. What questions do we have on those? Oh my gosh, kids. 5 people talked at once from 3 mouths. 2 of you were saying words, and 1 of you was saying something random. What numbers do we need? And yes, you may. I thought you bought a mechanical pencil.
I did, but then I used
Lost
my
it.
other,
I had no joke.
Okay, what numbers do we need to look at?
10 and 24, please.
Corbin, I have those.
For 10, I got 5x to the 2. For 24, I got 28.
I was just seeing if you did 24.
Tell me what the answers are called. 14.
You can look at those in a minute. All right, number 10. Probably so.
I think I know what I did. I just didn't. It was easy, but also a little confusing.
X squared plus 4x plus 5.
It's minus 4x.
Oh yeah. Times quantity 5x squared plus 3x minus 4. Ridley, what should we do?
What did I do?
What should we do?
Distributing
What times what do we start with?
x to times 4, negative 4x.
Like x squared times this? No, this times the first one in the other parentheses. Multiplying this set times that set. You wouldn't multiply things in one set. So this times this, right? So, Corbin, what is x squared times 5x squared?
That's just 5x.
5x to the 4th, right? X squared times x squared is x to the 4th. All right, Ridley, what would we do now? So you could go to this one and whatever, but I'd like to do all of these, times this times all of those, and then move on to the next one. So what I like to do is I like to do this one next, right? So x squared times 3x. So Josiah, what is x squared times 3x? So what number is here? 1. So 1 times 3 is what?
3x to the 3rd.
It is 3x to the 3rd plus 3x cubed. All right, Ridley, what now?
X2 to the 4.
Oh yeah, times the negative 4? Yeah, x squared times the negative 4, yes. So, Gavin, what is x squared times negative 4?
Negative 4 squared.
So no, not quite, right? So it's just this times this. So negative 4 times 1 is what?
4.
Negative 4, right? And then x squared times, not 0, but nothing, is just x, it'd be negative 4, and then times x squared, right? Does that make sense? Good.
I thought that.
It was not, but that's fine.
I just say negative 4 squared. I forgot the x.
Yeah, you did forget the x. That's true. That may be true. Okay, Ridley, what now?
Negative 4x to the 5x.
Yeah, it's x squared, right? So negative 4x times the 5x squared sounds like a great idea. Let's do that. So, Gemma, what is negative 4x times 5x squared?
Negative 20x.
Yes.
Are we still using the
What?
FOIL method?
Well, there's more than just FOIL, right? On one like this. You're still, because you have to multiply everything times everything. So there's more outsides than insides, right? Okay. So now what? Ridley?
Negative 4x times 3x.
I love it. So what do we get, Gavin? Negative 4x times 3x.
Negative 7x.
Okay, so remember you're multiplying the numbers because it's times. So negative 4 times 3. Mm-hmm. You can use your calculator if you need to. It's fine.
Oh, okay, yeah, negative 12.
Negative 12. And then x times x is what?
Do you mean?
I know. X squared. Mm-hmm.
I was thinking addition.
I know. That's why I said times. Okay, then we're going to do this one. Isn't that right, Ridley? What is negative 4x times negative 4? Positive.
8.
Not 8. 4 times 4.
16.
It is 16.
I had literally done it this morning. Like,
X, right? Now what are we going to multiply, Gemma?
Next is 5 times negative 3x.
I would do because we didn't do these two yet, right? Yeah. So 5 times 5x squared is what, Ridley?
10.
Multiply. 5 times 5, not plus, right?
25.
Yes. Squared. What next, Joe?
The 5 and the 3x.
5 times 3x, which is 15x. And then the last one, I got this, negative 20.
Negative 20.
I don't know where I think I might have stopped at like the second.
So now what should we do, Ridley?
Combine my term.
That's true. Where's the first set of like terms?
12, negative 12, negative 3.
How about the 3x cubed, right? With what? Negative 20x cubed. Where's the next set? Gavin?
Let's see, negative 4x cubed and...
That's a squared, but yes.
Oh, yeah, sorry, and 25x cubed?
Yes, but there's one more that goes with those. Where is it?
Negative 12x squared.
Negative 12x squared. Corbin?
16x and 15x.
Oh my gosh, I keep dropping my book today.
I tried, but I couldn't catch up.
This thing is broken. I need to buy some JB Weld and fix it.
I think you forgot about your salad.
I haven't forgot about my salad. I just keep getting distracted with math. What are we going to do with the 5x to the fourth, Gemma?
It
Stays
stays the same.
the same.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's depressed.
He's sad. Yours going.
Ridley, what's 3x cubed minus 20x cubed?
Negative 17x cubed.
That's true. All right. Got a big one, Josiah. Negative 4x squared minus 12x squared plus 25x squared. You can use your calculator if you need to. It is going to be x squared, right?
Is 4x squared? I'm sorry.
No, yeah, so all you need is the numbers, right? So negative 4 plus negative 12 plus 25. I think you multiplied on accident.
Yeah, I did.
Negative 4 plus negative 12 plus 25. I don't think it's 17. Negative 4 plus negative 12.
Oh darn, I wasn't fast.
9.
X squared.
Exactly.
All right, Gavin, 16x plus 15x.
21x?
31x, right?
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I messed it up.
Oh my gosh.
I
What now, Gemma?
Circle it.
Yeah. You got all the easy answers on this problem. That was a little tricksy. Let's learn a new lesson.
Can we do 8 real quick?
No, but I can talk through it real quick. You listening? You all ears? Number 8, what would we do? What should you do on 8? 2a times 3a squared, right? 2a times 4a, 2a times negative 4. And then negative 9 times 3a squared, negative 9 times 4a, and negative 9 times negative 4. Combine like terms and you're out, right?
Yay. Okay.
Does that make sense? Were you even looking at the problem? Do you even know what I'm talking about? No. Like, what that? How are you going to like follow anything I'm telling you?
I'm pretty sure what I looked at it.
Did you make the same mistake as on like number 10, probably?
Probably, yes.
Okay. So what kind of mistake were you making?
What page is that on?
Where's your homework problem? Didn't you write the problem down?
Oh. I probably should start doing my homework. I like didn't write the problem down. I just went straight to doing the math and just put it there, so I don't know.
It is a good idea generally to write the problem down.
I understand it, yeah.
All right, chat. Let's go.
What is he writing in there, Gemma? Is he being obnoxious? Look at the screen. Turn the thing around. All right. Special products. All right.
Whoever's doing this gonna be like, what the heck is
Okay.
happening here?
This lesson, 8.4, is important. It is very important because it contains a super common mistake that goes forward.
Something in negatives.
No, it's not actually. That's a good guess. That's like a great guess because negatives are usually a mistake. But no, it is missing a term. Okay? Huh?
Units?
No, not units. That's also a good guess. No, it's missing a term. I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so this is special products. And we're going to not quite teach this like it's in the book. We're not going to teach it as two separate things. A binomial.
Squaring. It's just put a 2 on a bigger number.
Okay. No, it's not. And that's the mistake, actually. So it's doing something like this. A plus B squared. Okay? Now, I want you in big, bold letters on your paper to write not this.
You're saying not this.
Okay? This is not the answer to this. It is not just a squared plus b squared. You're missing an entire term if you do that. Right?
So you have to improve this.
So, what does squaring something mean?
Multiplying it by
Multiplying by itself. So what this is a plus b times a minus, not a minus b, times a plus b, right? What do we have to do with this? We got to FOIL it, right?
But I don't want to put oil on it.
Well, there is a shortcut, and actually for the first time ever, I am going to teach you all the shortcut in Algebra 1. A times A is A squared, right? What's A times B?
AB squared?
No, there's no B times B, so it's just AB, right? So A times B is AB. And B times A is AB, right? What's B times B? B to the 2. B squared. What do we do now? Like terms.
Wouldn't be the second AB be A?
Same thing because of the commutative property, right? A times B is the same as B times A, right? So we end up, what is AB plus AB? There's a 2 somewhere, but not where you put it.
2 AB.
2AB. So A plus B squared equals A squared plus 2AB plus B squared. Because you have to FOIL it out. Es muy importante. This right here is the shortcut. You can actually go, when you're squaring a binomial, straight from here to here. We're going to do it both ways today. And I don't care if you always FOIL it, like write it and FOIL it out, or if you just use the shortcut. By the time we get to pre-calculus, I will always use the shortcut, so hopefully you will have learned something by then. We're going to do it both ways in this lesson. Okay. Let's do some examples. But I know, before I erase this, I know Gemma hates it when I repeat stuff, but this mistake is a super common one. Like super common. It's going to stay super common from here till pre-calculus and beyond. So when you're squaring a binomial, you do not just distribute the squared, because then you're missing this entire term. So don't just think, oh, I just distribute the squared. Get that into your head right now that you do not do that. You would have. And you still probably will at some point. Sorry. But, you know, let's do an example. 6p minus 1 quantity squared. And we're supposed to find the product. So, squaring something is this times itself. So this would turn into 6p minus 1 times 6p minus 1, right? So we distribute. Easy money, right? 6p times 6p is 36p squared. 6p times -1 is -6p. Yeah, because 6p times 6p is 36p squared, because p times p is p squared, right? Got you. Okay. -1 times -6p is -6p. I don't know what I'm doing. -1 times -1 is +1. That's true. Good job on the signs. Then we combine like terms, right? So we've got 36p squared minus 12p plus 1. There it is. Easy money. Let's do another one, but this time we'll use the shortcut. It is. 1 squared is 1. -1 squared is 1, for that matter. -12 is 2 times this times this. Okay, so let's do another one, but this time we'll use a shortcut. You're banned. Okay. A minus 2b, quantity squared. So, in order to do the shortcut, we have to know what A and B are, right? What is A in this problem? A. Right? First number. Yes? Easy money. What is B? -2b. Right? This one, this one. So, the shortcut is a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. What's a squared? A squared, because a is just a, right? A squared. Plus 2 times this times this. So 2 times a times -2b. What's 2 times -2? -4. So it's -4ab. And then plus b squared. So what is -2b squared? Positive, right? Because negative times negative is positive. So positive, what's 2 squared? 4. So plus 4b squared. And just to prove really quickly that this shortcut works, if we distribute, we have a squared, and this times this is -2ab. This one times this one is -2ab. This one times this one is positive 4b squared. Combine like terms, and we have this.
Why is that? We just 2?
So you can use either way.
That's right. That's fine. As long as you don't do the mistake, then it's fine. Then it's fine. What? This one or this one? This one? So on this, -2b times -2b. -2 times -2 is 4. b times b is b squared. Let's do one more. The long way. It's fine. (4c) minus 7d times the quantity 4c plus 7d. Now, pause for a second. I said we're going to do this the short way, and actually the long way we are. But then we're going to do another one, because there's an even cooler shortcut for this one. Because this one is even easier. We're going to do it, we're going to just do it real quick. And then I'm going to go back to the beginning, and I'm going to show you that we could have done something even simpler. So how do we solve this one? What do we do? We FOIL it, yeah? Yes. So first times first. Great. 4c times 4c is 16c, right? Squared.
I keep doing that.
4c times 7d is what? 28
28.
cd, right?
Oh, I got them two mixed up.
If I'm getting anything wrong, I don't do that.
And then negative 7d times 4c is
Negative 28
negative 28 cd.
CD.
CDs, let's go, Rich.
CDs are what?
And then negative 7d times 7d is negative 49d squared. What do we do now? Combine like terms, where are they?
28 CD, CDs.
Negative 28.
28 CD plus negative 28 CD is what?
0.
0. It cancels.
Not all of it. You need
The CDs are gone.
CDs.
Hey,
Just smash them all.
Oh, it's not.
here's a shortcut. These are conjugates of one another. You don't really have to know that word yet, but they're the same, but with an opposite sign in the middle. If you multiply two binomials that are the same with the opposite sign in the middle, always the outside inside cancels out. So all you have to multiply is full, first and last.
I'm realizing I missed
Okay.
I realized.
So let's do one more, and we'll even shortcut it. So,
If they're the exact same but have different
sign in the middle.
So
middle.
they have to be the exact same.
Mhm. Yes, yes. So 3n plus 2 times 3n minus 2. They are conjugates of one another. They're the same, but with a sign in the middle. So all we have to do is first and last. So 3n times 3n is what?
9
Squared. And then the last, 2 times negative 2 is negative 4.
That.
You're going to learn in a few lessons how to take this and turn it back into this. It's the difference of two squares. Easy peasy. I didn't ask. Homework. I agree. It's so fun. Numbers 12 through 44 evens on page 489. There you go. That's it.
49 or 44?
44 is what I said and what I wrote. And 49 isn't even, so, I mean, is not even, so, you know, for all the reasons, that says 44. Look at all those comments. What a weirdo.